Midjourney has 4 ways to use images to lock in consistency with your designs. Using an image as part of your prompt can create some unique and amazing results. In this video, we'll break down how to use image reference, character reference, and style reference images, as well as blending images, and a whole lot more. I'm so excited, I can't wait to get right into it. Let's hit that music. We normally prompt by describing the image we want using text. Then in the middle of the prompt, there's a set of double colons, and everything after that is a parameter. These are special instructions for Midjourney rather than describing the image we want. When you use Discord, all of your parameters have to be written out each time. When you use Midjourney website, however, you can adjust the image dimensions, raw mode, personalization, image model, and more with settings that stay the same for each new image you generate. When adding images to your prompt, the image link goes in front of everything else. So our new prompt structure is image links, text, and then parameters. If you're prompting in Discord, the only way to add an image to your prompt is to paste the URL of the image. When using the website, there are 4 ways to add the image to your prompt. You can paste the URL of the image into your prompt. You can drag and drop the image into your prompt. You can click the image icon next to the prompt, or you can click on an image and either select use the image or simply drag it into your prompt. When using an image, there are 3 little icons to choose from. These stand for style reference, character reference, and image reference. I covered the character reference option extensively in my previous video about character consistency in Midjourney, which you can watch by clicking the little box in the corner. We're going to start by focusing on image reference, so make sure that the 3rd icon is selected on your image. The image that you choose will influence the composition, subject matter, style, and colors in your results. If you want to find the URL for the image, just right-click on the image on the website. For our first image, we're combining this purple camouflage pattern with the prompt bear. Midjourney combines the style and color of the reference image with the prompt to create this result. You can tell Midjourney how much to listen to the reference image by adding the image weight parameter to the end of your prompt. This is --IW and then a number from 0 to 3 using decimals. In Midjourney version 6, the default value is 1. Look at these images to compare how different image weights affect our final image. You can use multiple images in your prompts. When using the URL, make sure to put a space between each of them. Our second method for using images in our Midjourney prompts is called blending. Simply put 2 images at the start of your prompt and click submit. There is no need to include any text or parameters. When using Discord, you can type in /blend instead of /imagine to drag in up to 6 images for Midjourney to blend. Midjourney will look at the content and style of these images and merge them to create something new. By default, Midjourney gives equal weight to each image in your blend, meaning they will have an equal influence on the results. To adjust this balance, we can assign relative weights to each image URL by separating them with double colons and a number. This is a little bit of an advanced prompting technique that I use very rarely, but I want to show it to you. You can use the same technique to weight different words in the text portion of your prompt. Midjourney will weight anything to the left of each double colon based on the number. Any commas in your prompt will be ignored by the weighing process. The double colon tells Midjourney that the part of the prompt to the left of that double colon should be treated separately from the other parts of the prompt, and the number is weight. In this example, we are telling Midjourney that this image is 50% more important than the other image, and you can see that effect in the results. Using relative weights like this for images is not available on the web just yet, so you'll need to use Discord for this approach. The 3rd way to use images in Midjourney is as style references, where Midjourney will try to match the visual aesthetics of your image. This is different from image prompts and blending. With style reference, Midjourney ignores the subject or content of the reference image and will instead incorporate aesthetic elements like color palette, medium, texture, and overall style. Style reference images affect prompts in a similar way to style reference codes, which I cover extensively on my previous style lock video. If you haven't seen that video yet, you can click the box in the corner. You can use the image URL just like a style reference code by typing --sref and then pasting the URL of the image. Unlike image reference, where the URL goes at the front of the prompt, style reference goes in the parameter section of your prompt at the end. You can also add the image on the website by dragging the image into the prompt window. Make sure that you select the little paperclip icon so that you are using the image as a style reference. Just like your image references, you can adjust the levels of influence the style reference image has on your prompt by adding a style weight to the end of your prompt. This parameter is --SW. The default value is 100 and the range is 0 to 1000. 1000 is maximum strength. The higher the style weight, the more your style reference image will dominate Midjourney's output. As with image references, you can use multiple style reference images with your prompt, but as of right now, you can only weight the different images using Discord. Hopefully, they will add this feature to the web interface soon for advanced users. Style reference codes are a way to lock in a powerful style with Midjourney without having to use images in your prompts and are covered extensively in my previous style lock video. While those reference codes are amazing, you have to find the codes you like and then remember how each different code will affect your images. This is hard to do and exactly why I created the Midjourney Visual Dictionary, which you can access for free with the link right below this video. The fourth way to use images in your Midjourney prompts is through character reference. This is how we can achieve character consistency and what really sets Midjourney apart. This is the exact opposite of style reference. It grabs the subject of your image while leaving the style elements behind. To use character reference, type --CREF and then paste the URL of your character reference image. When using the Midjourney website, select the first icon, which looks like a little person. If we switch to RAW mode, Midjourney will listen more closely to the prompt and character reference image, so I prefer to do my character reference work in RAW mode. You can tell Midjourney how much to listen to the character reference by using the character weight parameter, which is on a scale of 0 to 100. As you use a higher number, Midjourney will incorporate more of the original image's clothing, hairstyle, and body position into the output. We can also add the word fashion photography to the start of our prompt to get a more consistent image. Alright, we've covered a lot of ground in this video, so let's quickly review what we've learned. We have the standard image prompt where you can use one or more images with a text prompt. We can blend multiple images together without using a text prompt. We have style reference where we can use an image to influence the visual aesthetics of a reference image to your results while leaving the subject matter of that reference image behind. And finally, we have character reference, where we do the opposite and bring the subject into our images while leaving the style behind. This is how we can put the same character in different images. You can combine these techniques to get some amazing results. When I'm working on a children's book, color book, or comic book, I will use a character and style reference image so that it looks like the same character drawn by the same artist for the entire book. Have you played with these different image prompting methods? Please let me know in the comments below. As a small channel, I do personally read and respond to every single comment. This is a small channel on a mission to hit 2,000 subscribers, and every view matters. If you found this video useful, informative, or at least entertaining, please hit the like button. This will help more people to see this video in their feeds. If you hit subscribe, you will see more of my other videos in your feed, and if you hit the bell, you'll get notified every time I post a new video. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for making it all the way to the end. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching one of my videos. Hit the like button, and then I've got a couple of sweet videos that I think you're gonna like. I've got one here and another one over here. You're gonna love them.